Hello. It's weird because I can't actually tell if anything is working. So I tried to like test out everything to see if it actually worked yesterday when I had the notice, but yeah. Uh well, it's also weird because I feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm so used to being on Discord with everybody. There's always somebody talking in my ear. But this is just like me in an empty room talking to myself. Oh, thanks, Rob. Well, let's see. What should we do? What should we do? I definitely don't want to be that person flying the super try-hard uh, Hydra, so to look for something. I didn't really plan anything advanced, you know, normally I have some kind of like weird build idea. Oh yeah. I mean, Waldo, this is like what my current and yes, I am Dilpor. This is like my current Hydra PvP build. Um, but it's not, it might be a little too intense for public queues. But it's got Rhythmic Rumble and Zal, and then it's all kind of surgical strikes related stuff, so Vanguard specialists, and then I have Exodus, Temporal Surge, Cold Hearted, and Pedal to the Metal because I'm using phasers. If I was using disruptors instead, I would swap Exodus for 5 magics because, and I know like during the Endeavor, Exodus is like super powerful because nobody knows what perception is, but Exodus isn't really that great in high-end PvP because everybody knows how to beat it. So it'd be better to have the extra bonus damage and engine power from 5 magics, which is why I kind of lean towards disruptor builds, but I thought that the advanced phasers would maybe work well for surgical strikes because of the crit severity proc up to 30% for those 3 beams. That's pretty decent. And then all exploiters. But also related, I think a lot of people in high-end PvP are running crit deflection, and today probably not many people will be running crit deflection, but I don't know if I'm going to fly this because I think it might just end up being a little bit too stomping, so I have to look for something a little more, I don't know, fun. And that's why I usually fly like a healer or something just totally off the wall for this. But I do have the Herc healer I could fly. I don't know. I'll start with the Hydra, I guess, and see what kind of state things are. And if it's a bunch of people that are pretty unprepared, I'll drop down. Yeah, that Hyrogen free-to-play build, I know that was like a really long time ago, but it's still, the same concept still kind of applies. Like, beam overload and a couple of, actually, this would be a good day to try cannons or something. Most unoptimal ship. I mean, I could try like a tier 4 ship or something. Let's see what I have. Actually, I have a Durgath on one character. Maybe I should fly that. That would be pretty funny. And I already did this, like, radiation theme Malon build last Endeavor, so. And that was pretty unoptimal, to say the least. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you always got to be prepared for those with the, this emit unstable warp bubble thing. If you see anybody in a deployed jelly, you can just fly up to them, and as long as you're within 4 kilometers when you activate this, you can break them out of the jelly mode. You also can break them out of the jelly mode if you knock their hull below 5%, but obviously anybody who isn't terrible is going to pretty easily handle themselves well enough that they won't get knocked that low. At least not by you alone. You'd need some teammates or something. Ah. What's cringy, Turtle? Me sitting in a room completely by myself talking to myself? Because I gotta give you that one. I didn't also, I didn't exactly advertise the stream very well either. I know, like, that's a big part of it. Instead, I was just kind of like, hey, in 3 hours, I don't know. Ooh, look who's on my team, Mr. Saturk. And 3 people I don't recognize, which is always a good sign. Okay, and there's the Q-Ray. At least he's around still. Someone with beam overload, okay. How can you survive? Okay. But a lot of times I like to try to check and see if anybody is actually survivable and then shoot at them instead. Oh, he had Temporal on. I mean, still got him killed, but... Hey, alright. He took a couple of hits without dying. Nice long fight going down over here. Oh, hey. You know it's a bad sign when you see someone get sucked into a gravity well that's a player. Alright, let's see if we can get Q-Ray, I guess. It's the only one that probably will put up a fight of some kind. I mean, they got a kill, and they killed this guy. Once. But the problem with these kind of matches is, I could just come in and go super hard and wipe them out really fast, but then nobody learns anything, right? So, I don't know. So it might make my stream really boring to watch. Yeah. But I think the other team figures they're probably not going to win now, and they probably just want it to be over. Which is why they're flying in one at a time and stuff. So... Alright, let's do something weird. Oh, I have a good one. I have a... Could fly the Tholian, Orb Weaver. I love that ship. Miracle Worker D7 would be cool too. Oh god, I'm in Karat. Yeah, I don't understand why this doesn't exist on console, but yeah, it's funny. I just did it, so it doesn't even show up for me anymore. But I will have to do it on my free-to-play account. Oh. Alright, so this is the Iktomi build. It's all like slows and controls and stuff. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't remove it too. I wish that they had some kind of like matchmaker system. Like even if you had to wait, like you already have to wait a couple of minutes for a match to start, but even if you had to wait like a couple of minutes for it to slowly expand the search or something, it'd be nice if you could just queue up and it would wait until similarly equipped players, you know, and then put those against each other. I mean, you could assign like a point value, like every gold item is 5 points, every lockbox trade is 10 points or something, you know, like just like a really, really basic like battle rating system or something. Like I don't know. I don't know what games everybody else plays. The only other game besides this that I really play is Mech Warrior. And in Mech Warrior, every like build, it can be the same mech, but depending on how you equip it, it gets a different like BR rating. And the idea is if you play like tabletop and you're fighting other units, both sides have to have a kind of similar battle rating, and that's what sort of balances it out. As opposed to this game where you could have one team where 5 players are all super high-end players, and then the other 5 haven't even gotten to level 60 yet or something. And the game does no matchmaking whatsoever, so... And it's kind of late now because the game's already really old, but if they'd implemented that matchmaker like, I don't know, 5 years ago, you know, maybe it wouldn't be quite as much of a shock. But we'll see if I can not kill anybody this time. I'm just gonna put people in webs. Aw. Oh, he used the Matrix Bomb. The word is out. Oh, wow. Okay, my team is not doing so hot. That guy that placated me sat inside the Parliament bubble the entire time. Here you go. Okay. I love that one, it cracks me up. Look at that. Hit engineering team. Do it, please. I think that guy used to revive. That guy just tried to bait me, I think. Alright, here we go. The web cannon. If I get a kill with this, you have to uninstall the game, everyone knows. Oh! I don't know if I got him because he placated me. Oh yeah, I got him. That was his warp core breach. Pretty sure. Oh, you've got some heals. That's good. Holding on for dear life. Oh, jeez. This is a nice close one. Get rid of this guy. He's got good damage. I wish that web deployed just a hair faster. That would be really funny to catch people in. Now let's see if this guy knows how to use science team. Subnuke. Okay. Ruin of our enemies. Still subnuked. Hit science team, dude. We need to bring back the PvP bootcamp thing. Sausage, that comes later. I was gonna do face reveal, but everybody already knows what my face looks like. So, hot tub reveal is at 10,000 subscribers. This poor guy. Stay alive! Stay alive! No! The evil Maelstrom torpedo strikes again. Another unsuspecting person. Oh, that was AJ. Okay. I was like, it was somebody that kind of knew what they were doing, so... Sausage, you know, I can't officially condone that, but I'm just saying, if you did that, I could monetize the channel. And, you know, nothing appeals to me more than that sweet, sweet, YouTube ad revenue. The, $1 a month or whatever they're paying now. Hmm. Let me check my Discord messages. By the way, let me know how my stream quality is, or how the mic quality is, actually, because I have this, like, I don't even know if it's on camera. Yeah. This, like, really big mic in my face. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I also added some cool effects for later. I don't know if you can hear the reverb. Hello! But my plan is to watch the stream back later and fix whatever I screwed up. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that worked. I'll have to download some more of those then, because like that's the only one I have is a reverb. But like I have this whole guitar studio behind me, so I got a lot of audio effects and stuff I could throw in here. I need the T-Pain auto tune, you know, so I can do all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, next stream I'll find some cool effects to add. British Gamer, I mean, there's never been a better time to put together a noob PvP build. Today's the day. Well, and tomorrow. The next 48 hours, basically. But the longer you wait, like right now, it's all just people trying to get their little Endeavor box, so it's mostly fellow unprepared people. The longer you wait, the more like regular PvP players will be in the matches. Yeah, like you can just throw something together like... I guess it depends on exactly what traits and stuff you have, so... there's a link to the Discord, actually, in the stream, in the description for this stream. So if you go there and you send me a message, or if you post like what you have, I can kind of help you put something together. I'm not going to help you on stream because I think that would waste everybody's time, but I mean, afterwards, I'm happy to point you in the right direction. But yeah, usually like by the time this endeavor is always Wednesday to Friday, and it ends Friday at noon for me. And then by then, everybody's getting on Friday night to do like the regular PvP, Karat, and arenas anyway. And if you're still kind of new, you don't really want to start off with that. That's not a good first experience because it's just everybody's already at the high end at that point. So. Oh yeah, the Legendary Avenger I actually think would make a pretty decent PvP ship. I know a couple of people were using the Inquiry, which is like same specs, and I mean it's basically the same ship. So, all right, let's do one in the. Let me switch to the free-to-play account real quick. And I'll do something on that. What are you doing on the D7 turtle? Just beam overload or something normal like that? No colony BO. Well, if you ask me, that stinks. Yeah, so this is the free-to-play Hydra, which is basically the same as my other one, but... Yeah, I probably should bump those, you reminded me. I should bump those threads that I posted on the forum about the positron bomb. Because I'm sure it's not even on the front page anymore, I bet. Just go to my... Boop. I mean, it's only been about a month since this was reported. And if you remember the first round of ETL fixes, it took over 5 months. So, you know, let's just, they're on pace for what I expect at this point. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just fly this. I missed upgrade weekend. I didn't realize that last weekend was upgrade weekend. I was kind of busy with other stuff, but I could have finished upgrading like my last beam and all, but it'll be good enough for this. Go ahead and open. I'm also trying to accumulate some, you know, ship upgrade tokens, because I T6X this, the Hydra, but I don't have very many. I mean, technically, you still get the reward, even if you have 0 kills, 0 healing. Just let the rest of your crew either get farmed or do the farming. It's definitely not as active as it once was. Because I remember when the Endeavor would start and you queued, it would just immediately pop. Now there's like a little bit more of a delay. And yeah, Scotty, you make a good point. Like, I mean, a lot of that time I was bumping forum threads, I was asking in 10 forward and being ignored, I was asking on Twitter and being ignored. And then finally, like, the one time that he just happens to, like, look at his phone, I guess, or whatever. At that time, it was Bordicus. He would look, and he finally read it and was like, oh. So, it's just hard to, I don't know, hard to get through to them. But I also see, like, I see the kind of features and bug reports that some other people put in, and it's like, it must just be noise to them from a developer perspective, because you have, like, 99% of players asking for, like, the dumbest features and weirdest things that have, like, no bearing on the health of the game whatsoever. And then there's, like, one good suggestion buried in all of that, and it's, you know, so I guess I cut him a little slack. I understand why they miss it sometimes. So it's just YouTube, George. I don't know anything about Twitch. I don't know anything about streaming in general. This is like the first time I've ever streamed anything. Yeah. Well, Jonathan also seems a lot more attentive. And yeah, ground PvP, like, I don't, I'm not in the right sector, but there's a little, yeah, you can see it. Otha, this place, sometimes gets little spurts of action. I mean, the way I usually check is, like, if you don't know, you can go to your search. Well, I'm starting a match, but I'll explain when I get in. Ooh, maybe I should stream on Twitch somehow. If nobody else is streaming, I'll get someone to watch, I guess. Right, so if you bring up your like friends list and you go to the search tab, and you hit this little filter thing, you can actually type a location. So like if I type Karat and hit enter, it shows me everybody that's there, unless they're hidden. And the same applies to Otha or any other war zone. So you can actually kind of check if there's any action at a given time. It's just... Alright, Jolan, Saturk. Someone I don't know. I got Q-Ray on my team. Yeah, let's get this guy, I guess. Oh, I like the red gravity well. It's a throwback. really like to clear this. There we go. This probably would have been a good fight if it wasn't me alone against at least a couple of people that kind of know what they're doing. A little too slow on that obfuscation screen. Jeez. Whoa. Yeah, I'm lagging super hard, but I honestly I can't tell if it's the server or if it's the stream or just the fact that I'm on Wi-Fi right now. And yeah, Thunderstar, one of my favorite hobbies this time of year is I like to bring up Reddit, the STO Reddit, and just search for PvP, just see what people are talking about. There's always these are all really old, but no complaints yet, but they're coming, I'm sure. Although I noticed that it kind of settled down after I started posting like guides and stuff. Because I think like now you can just say, well, I just don't play PvP, because you at least know what you're supposed to do. Whereas I think like a year ago or 2 years ago, people like they would keep trying to play in the queues and then not understand what they were doing wrong. And then just say like, oh, the game is broken or whatever. And Yeah, it's harder to complain if the information's there. Like, I don't blame anybody. Like, if PvP is not your thing, I don't blame anybody at all. Like, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. What bothers me is when people that clearly don't care about PvP and don't play PvP then get on Reddit and start complaining about, like, you know, something that they think is broken or whatever. And a lot of the time it's something that's really, like, it's really obvious. Like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely broken stuff, you know? But if you're going to complain, you should at least play PvP long enough that you know what to actually complain about. You can't be like, oh, I got Tholian webbed and I died. Like, it has a very clear counter. You just hit engineering team and whoop, gone, you know? So like anything that has like an obvious counter, including damage, by the way. Like, there was someone on Facebook who was telling me that their resistances were high, and they showed me a screenshot and they were like 70%. I get that, but they didn't, like, what happens if you get sub-nuked or debuffed or something? Like, it's not like PvE where, like, if in PvE, if my resistance is 65% or whatever, it's always 65% because no NPC enemy actually does anything to affect that. But against a player, like, I'm using Cold-Hearted and I have Hostile Acquisition, that's negative 80 damage resistance rating. So it's going to be a lot lower during the times that I'm using those things, so. Thanks, Thunderstar. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is PvE is really stale. I mean, I still do it, like, here and there. And, like, I did some DPS runs and stuff, and, like, that stuff's fun, because you're just seeing how well you can perfect a given run. But, like, I've done every TFO in the game multiple times, and I just... it's not as interesting. Like in PvP, there's definitely stuff that you see on repeat. You know, people use the same consoles or the same builds or the same tricks. But, you know, like, every person has sort of like a unique piloting style, and it's a little more, you know, it's at least a little more interesting as opposed to PvE, where, like, if you fought a Borg cube in 2012, you fought a Borg cube in 2022. You know, like, this last update with the resistance thing, it's the first time they've ever touched any of the Borg enemies, and people are already complaining about the sphere, whatever that ability is called, when the sphere explodes and it does anti-proton damage. Like, I'm literally sitting in resistance of Starbase 1, like, when I was doing that, I would start the event, and then I would literally, like, go downstairs and get a drink and, like, make some pizza or whatever and come back, and I'm still not dead. I don't understand, like... you know, but people run those glass cannon builds because the advanced difficulty and below rewards that kind of build. That's all offense, no defense. And yeah, like, getting one-shotted sucks, but you should at least look at, like, what you're doing wrong. I mean... Yeah, I wish they would bring those back, those space and ground TFOs. Like, I just wish that they would put something in the game that actually requires you to, like, talk to your teammates and work together. Like, this is the most single-player MMO. Oh, Baroness is on my team. At least I won't get stomped by 3 guys this time. Now I gotta concentrate. Oh, that's an easy sub-nuke. Oh, he's still alive. But I lost him. There he is. Hey. I'm gonna get picked on now because I'm streaming and everybody knows where I'm at. I should have added a delay or something. I don't know who this person is, but they got a Hydra, a Surge, and built to last. Okay. Oh. I gotta follow whoever Baroness is shooting. This guy. Alright. This guy. Yeah, gotta watch out for Phoenix. He's got a lot of damage. That's for sure. Oh, damn. That mean a bit of a 3v1 here. Okay. This is like a pretty proper match. Ah, ingenious tenacity. Smart. I got subnuked while I was in screen. Good luck, Kane. I'm sure if you watched any of my build videos, you won't get wrecked too badly. It was a rough loss, but hey, free to play build, no deaths. They had me close a couple of times though. Kind of picked on the pugs, but that's what happens. You know, like I think if PVE players also don't understand. Like, I have auto fire turned on, so if you fly up and you're within 10 kilometers of me and there's no one else around, it's gonna immediately shoot you. So if you're not, like, I'm not necessarily trying to pick on you or anything, but if you come up and you're unbuffed, you know, it only takes, if you have 100,000 hull and no resistances, it only takes 100,000 to kill you. That's like 2 hits or 3 hits, so. Rob, I got a T6 coupon, like a couple of months ago. I traded Dill to Zen, and then Zen for, they're not still available, but you know, promo boxes. Then I traded somebody, I think it was 30 promo boxes for a T6 coupon, something like that. It worked out slightly cheaper than the 2400 Zen that I would need to buy a ship on sale. Yeah. And then I also have the Seneca, which is how I have the Seneca console, this one. And that one was just a straight up Zen to Dill grind. And then last year's event campaign, I did Lobby, so I got Obfuscation Screen and Zal, Invincible. And then this year's event campaign, I picked DPRM, wherever that is. And the reason I picked DPRM is, like, it's one of those consoles where when you activate it, it ticks for 20 seconds. And even if you get sub-nuked during this 20 seconds, it doesn't disappear. Because the buff icon's green, you always have it. So it's just like a really, really good defensive console. As opposed to like the Seneca console, if I hit that one, it's weird because that one's green, but I know it can be stripped. Because if you sub-nuke someone, then they lose the buff. So. But DPRM's like extra powerful because it doesn't get sub-nuked, so you don't lose it as quickly. Oh, I missed Thunderstar leaving, but hi. Yeah, he's quick. He's quick. And yeah, I mean, Red, you could take, if you had, like, you could have all your other weapons on auto fire, except for the experimental weapon. That way, if you're cloaked, it won't fire while you're cloaked until you hit spacebar or whatever. I'm pretty lazy, like, my keybind, I have a video on my keybinds, but it's like, spacebar is literally fire weapons, and everything in tray 7 and 8, just all right in a row. I've been playing like that since like 2012, and I cannot relearn muscle memory. Like, some of the really, really good PvP players, they put their weapons on a separate button, so they fire like only when they mean to fire. I'm just firing all the time, but it's because like my muscle memory is that I hit spacebar every couple of seconds in combat, and I cannot overcome that. Like, it would take me a long time to work on that, you know. That's why I hate giving advice about controls. Like, people ask me, like, what the best order of abilities is, or what the best control scheme is, or best keybind is, or something like that, and I have no idea. Like, I'm playing with a super lazy spacebar, spambar thing. And I think, like, if you were a really good player, you would separately bind everything. It's just realistically, like, how good are you at managing all your different buttons? Like, another good way to do it would be, instead of using WASD, just fly with your mouse like this, and then have all of your abilities across maybe like ASDF, QWER, you know, because then you could have like 1, 2, 3, 4, then you could have like quick access to a whole bunch of different abilities. Which is one of the reasons like console PvP is so different now. Is in console PvP you have like your auto execute tray and the wheel, But you can only really activate like one thing at a time. In this one, I mean, I can very quickly activate like, you know, whatever combination of abilities fuse up in my head. It's like nearly instant down to the keyboard. Yeah. I didn't know you were on console, Red. Oh, that last one was pretty challenging. I guess I'll stay in the Hydra. Hey, good to hear it, Joe. And like I was telling, there was somebody else I was telling in the stream description, there's a link to the organized PvP Discord, and we can help you put together something that's a little more effective. Like if you want to, once the Endeavor's over, pretty much all that's left is high-end PvP, people who are actually there for the, you know, competition of it. So you have to be a little more prepared for the high-end stuff when it's not the Endeavor. So this is like a really great time to practice, like try different tricks and builds and stuff, because there's usually like even in the match that I was just in, there were 3 or 4 people who were pretty solid, and then there's like one person who's just kind of tagging along, but like the skill levels are more varied, so you can try out different stuff a little better. And some of it's also just like raw volume, right? Like if you play 10 matches, you're bound to get at least one good one, right? So, I mean, the lucky thing is that the ones that are 15-0 or whatever, at least they're short. Oh, look at that. Me and Turtle on the same team. We gotta look and be careful if there's anybody. Hey, he had beam overload and he has tachyon detection grid. He's paying attention. I like it. I like to see it. I mean, I still have to ruin it, but it's like, you know, that's a pretty good build that he's working on, this guy. Oops. Yeah, same thing there. It looks like 5 magics, beam overload, calm before the storm. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, haste is pretty effective now that placates aren't as big. You know, for a while, like, you were going for biggest one hit that you possibly could, because you knew that you might get placated every couple of seconds. Now, like, he just used ETL there, so I can't target him. But when he's not in ETL, I can, you know, target him a little more quickly and get more hits in, basically. So more hits but less damage is still... It's more valuable now than it ever was before, at least. I gotta be careful with the... So you have to watch the video back, I guess, but I was following him even though he was kind of invisible. He had the personal trait Automated Protomatter Conduits on. It creates this little orangey glow around your ship, and you can see it even when you're untargetable. So that's how I knew where he was going to be. Just to go ahead and get ahead of the accusations. There's a lot of like little subtle visual cues, which has come with practice, I guess. Yeah, that was decent. Hey, congratulations, British Gamer, on the Epic token. That's nice. Alright, maybe I'll switch off the Hydra for a little bit and I'll fly something like... The Hyperion's pretty cool. I already have a bunch of videos in the Scryer, so I guess that's sort of... Yeah, let's do the Hyperion. That'll be a good one. Red, if you have the oh no. No jellies. Definitely not. So the engineering team has a minimum cooldown of 15 seconds, unless you have fresh from R&R, which is every 10 seconds, and nothing circumvents that. So my opinion, at least, is that using any of those like engineering cooldown doffs or whatever is kind of wasted, because you're pretty much going to hit the minimum cooldown just on its own if you have like Boimler effect, which I finally have now on this free-to-play. So I need to actually modify this build a little bit. Whole lot of X's I definitely need to put on. Let's see. I think I'll ditch self-modulating fire. Although self-modulating fire is really good against those people that are running the Ingenious Tenacity trait. Whole lot of X's is really powerful. It's just an instant 60k hullback with shield regen. And I know it's only every 2 minutes, but it's like, it's a great save your butt button. And it's cheap now. I think I paid 500,000 EC for it or something. It's like one patrol worth of grinding. I think that's about as good as it's gonna... I don't know. I'm gonna go more defensive. Can't really fit any control. I think I'll do bulkhead technician. That'll increase my whole lot of X's heal too. Yeah, the biggest negative on this particular ship is that I don't have super weapon ingenuity and it's beam overload, so I'm always going to have some downtime. And I don't know, superior pedal, like I want to use it, but this ship is a little slower, so I think I'll leave concealed repairs for right now. Okay. I think that all looks okay. But I think I'll switch to arrays for this, for sure. Even though they're not graded. Or... this phaser? No. Do I have disruptor colony consoles? No. Okay. So I'm stuck with phaser then. We'll do those three. Move these down. Alright, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get here. Let me just fix my trays. Oh, right. Definitely DPRM. And then for this ship, I'm not going to do pilot primary. I'm going to do command miracle worker. And Jem'Hadar deflector. Okay. Let's see. Got all the basics. Some survivability, DPRM, ETL, surge. Yeah. Alright. Oh, good. I completed my PvP mission. 1400 dill. Let's do it again. I don't think anything negates unstable warp bubble. Are you saying that during the 5 seconds that engineering team is active, that unstable warp bubble doesn't disable the jelly mode? Because if that's the case, then that seems like a good idea to use principled. Guess I can do my endeavors while I wait for these to load as well. Oh, sweet. Sweet. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping I would get a complete wipe of all my stuff. And now I have to try to like panic, put it back together. What did you have? Intel team. And then... Nope. I have no idea what was in that slot. My team's getting wiped out. Got pilot team. Lambda. So now I need a... Let's see. I probably look like a jerk here, but I don't know. Okay. I guess it has to be this guy, because he's the only one that can use intel abilities. Because I know you can't change their specs when they're here. Let's do... And this guy can get intel team. Okay. Aim back towards the fight. Engines, shields, engineering team, target lock, intel team. Pilot team's already on there. RSP1. Attack team. Okay, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. Go, go, go. Oh, I got a whole bunch of PvPers on the other side. The other thing that's rough is being overloaded is misfires all the time. Ooh, look at all those buffs. Yeah, that was rough to load maps and have it just wipe everything. Um, see if I can fix that before the next one. Like, I don't even remember which buff I was using originally. Probably bugged out because one of these guys was the wrong specialization. Because this slot has to be this one, because I had RSP3, and that's the only buff I have that's trained in that. So it probably was something like that. And then this one was the Intel guy. Yeah, that'd be it. I was just in a little bit of a panic there because it's like I didn't have any buff abilities at all for a little bit. But should be good now. Yeah. Alright, let's hope I don't get Ah, I see some drama in the organized PvP channel, of course. It's always the argument who shot first. All the way the Borg just disappear now. Really cool effect. Oh, we loading. Yeah, the Hysperion is basically like they straight up gave everybody a PvP ready battlecruiser, like for free, with a trait that also is awesome in PvP: electrical radiation, disruptor. I mean, it does kind of push you into disruptor, but the kind of player that would benefit from a trait like that is probably using disruptor anyway. Like the only reason I can think to use phaser would be if you had the immolating lance, which like the kind of person who's flying an event ship free to play or something does not have the lance, or at least it's unlikely. But yeah, they basically gave us like pretty good. It's not super maneuverable. That's the only thing that's rough about it. And yeah, the console is awesome. I actually probably should have slotted that. Stay alive. Pop. I gotta find out who the spammer is. Probably this guy. Beer builder ship. Hey, beam overloading colony consoles. Have the right idea. I feel like I keep running into Cisco and Sephiroth here. I can't remember if this was solo duo or the regular queue. Yeah, I don't think I have enough damage to kill these guys on this build, at least not alone. In a team, maybe. I know I'm on a team, but it's, you know, plug day. Uh, Mookie, who are you in game? I was catching up on all the chat that I missed in the OPVP channel. Let's see, when I have Tholian's Ground. So if I go to Everything old is new. That's a good one. Joe, it's like every I don't know, 4 or 5 months. If you look up online, there's a list of all the endeavors in order, and every 3 endeavors is 1 week. So I actually hold on, I'll just pull it up. Why speculate? Um, I don't know if those are in order. Let me do the Reddit one, because this is where I got it. Okay. So, complete 3 different Gamma Quadrant skirmishes is the one right before participate in a PvP match, so I always remember that. And let's see, there's okay. There's 39 of them. So every 13 weeks there's the PvP Endeavor every 13 weeks, which is like every yeah, so like every 3 and some month. So more often than I realized, I guess. I really hope Mookie is secretly like somebody that's like really, really good. Do that instant pop. Friend? Screen. Ah, that's who it is. Congratulations on your epic Phoenix token. You followed me to Nukara. Although I'm gonna beam out any second now for the arena. Kane, the points on the scoreboard, like the plus column is how much you contribute to getting a kill. Not necessarily how many kills you've actually scored, if that makes sense. Like, if someone takes 1,000,000 damage to kill, if you contribute 200,000 of it or something. I forget what the cutoff is. It's like, I think it's 10%. It's not that much. You get credit for the kill, which is why it'll show up like... That's why there's way more in the plus column than there are actual kills. Oh, jeez. Ah. Oh, no. Baroness on the other side as well. I think this will be a painful one looking at my team. Oh, but I got nah. In the classic, but at least someone who will follow targets, that's all I care about. Man, I wish I could get my sub-nuke back. That would be nice. Do I have the right traits on? Yeah. Oh no. I lost my teammate. It's never a good sign. There we go. Had to use a nuke on that though. Trying to keep me going. want the... Oh, there he is. Ah. That was at least a little closer than the usual 15-0. Yeah, sorry for the delay, Kane. Yeah, Adams, I will. The 10 means that you contributed to 10 kills for your side. Whether it could be you alone killing someone, or like if two of you are both shooting the same target, you'll both get a plus point. Like I think like the ideal situation, unless you're in a healer or something weird like that, is by the end of the match, if it's organized PvP, you know, like 5-man versus 5-man, the winning team, all 5 players on the winning team should have 15 in the plus column, basically. Because you want everybody contributing to the same targets. Alright, me and Nick are gonna team up, I guess. And we'll do some tomfoolery. And yes, Rob, I am still on my free-to-play account. Okay. I think this headset audio does not come through the mic, hopefully. If it does, please someone let me know so I can turn it off. Hello, Nick. Hang on. I turned your audio onto the stream as well, so I think they should be able to hear you. Yeah. So be careful. Don't talk too much shit, you know. Hang on. Let me try like this. All right, try now.
Right. Can you hear me? Yeah, they can hear me.
Yay!
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Brett's PVE show of how to do maximum DPS and ISC.
Yeah, let's do an ISE. That'll be fun.
No, I'm queuing for the Endeavor with my build. Look, yeah.
So is that set up like a healer, or is it beam overload shenanigan thing?
You shall see.
Oh, fun.
No, it's my healer. So everyone's gonna see how bad.
I can't be that bad.
So now, like everyone, gonna have Leander queuing on the other team just to try and kill me.
Actually, Leander wanted to team with us. He sent me a tell.
Okay, is he on our team? Because he's still got one. What? If he gets on now, he'll get on our team.
Well, you gotta send him a team invite. Do you have him on friends, or you want to pass me the hat?
I'll pass you later, good sir.
All right. Voice. Oh, jeez. Nick, do you have the OPVP server?
I do.
Go there, please.
Team Kangaroo. That sounds like right up my alley.
Team Kangaroo. All right. All right, Adams, come Team Kangaroo if you want to be on voice.
Nick.
Good morning.
Hello,
Brett, do you have Gary on your friends list?
Gary.
Captain Zap's 1976.
I do not. Well, actually, maybe I do because we did a couple of runs together. Oh, but I'm on my free to play, so I definitely don't.
No, okay.
You are now team leader again.
I don't see Leander in here. Where is he?
Well, he's in voice with us.
You're not gonna join us and see my healer fail?
Well, if you join public matches, you will either go solo duo, which I would actually recommend.
So he does want to
Uh,
kill you.
Mm.
Well, I'm on my Cannon's Kyle, so I'm
Ah.
not actually going super high end, which I was actually telling those people in organized PvP too, but they thought they still had a good reason to keep arguing.
So maybe I should
Oh,
fly my
just
cannons build. I did mean to set that up because we have that tournament coming up, but
yeah. What was I running for this? Was it Miracle Worker Command?
I would do command primary, miracle worker secondary. You get boost morale, which clears debuffs off of teammates, and miracle worker secondary has the crit heal thing.
Okay. I even boost morale's on my bars. That's painful. PvP is so hard. Brett's not good at PvP. You should try PvE. He can help you better with it.
I can't help Tobix. He was second place in the 1v1 tournament, so if I help him, I'm really just hurting myself, right? I gotta stay on top.
You won't.
Yeah. The secret is to have 45 guitar amps in your background while you're playing STO.
At least, yeah. I mean, honestly, I think I could use a couple more. You know, I don't think I have enough. So that's what this sweet microphone is too. It's actually the one I use on my guitar cab. Well, one of four that I use on the guitar cab.
I made you leader again, so you can cue us whenever you're ready, Brett.
Oh, okay.
Just kill solo duo, danke.
I can't. We're in a 3-man.
Well then, just regular arena. I'm cute now. But there are already 5 people queued, so I think the matchmaker will put us together.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I will save you, great Brett. I will make you greater.
Oh, we double healing Brett?
I don't have a healer.
Tobix, I'll rematch you. I mean, when I get back from my work trip. I leave Sunday and then I'm not back for like 2 weeks. So no STO for a while.
So you're gonna have to get a haircut, you hippie?
I don't wanna.
That's right. Isn't it you're on your bachelor's night? Your bachelor's party gonna get gonna get a haircut?
Yeah, I'm gonna let my groomsmen all shave my head. I'm sure Meg would not freak out about that at all. But yeah, I'm probably gonna hack it off sometime next year. But I'm enjoying my youth.
You could be lead singer from ABBA.
Mamma mia. Here it goes again.
the only reason I'm doing this is my big Endeavor's, healing space. So
Actually, I gotta turn on my my reverb. Mamma mia.
oh lord.
Oh, we are not on the team, but I'm on team with Nipples.
So you have chosen death.
Death.
Ooh, and we also got Alex on our team as well.
I just know that you have no chance.
So this is the other problem with getting people in on this is the little like pug fights, they end pretty quickly, and it becomes like an actual an actual fight.
You have no chance against cannon spread.
You know,
Really target chance now. Ah shit. Who is this Isma guy? He just did really.
that's
Don't die,
Captain
Nick.
Zap. Oh jeez.
I don't know this guy. I will tell Zetrek how horrible you are.
I got that bloody bug. There you go.
Adams.
Ah, I still have those singularity abilities.
Watching you guys with the
I-
cannons has got me all excited for it. Now that's what I want to play. Although I'm kind of getting gangbanged here by you and Noah.
You just at the ceiling.
Well, I chased Adams because he was Zald, but his Zald's only 8 seconds now, so...
That's called psych.
I think he got hurt on purpose just to mess with us.
Yes. Oh.
But you also have Orinet in a Beam Overload build with you.
Well, I don't mean to be mean, but he is not really the guy.
Yeah, but remember this is Endeavor Day. The standards are much lower.
Yes.
Like even a pretty half-assed Beam Overload build is going to be effective.
Well, even a cannon's build from 2014. I jumped. Let's see, I will relock.
Oh,
Don't die, Brett.
I'm okay. Why are there, why is there loot? That's funny. Okay, I guess it's that. Hey. Get them, boys.
I should have been flying my dogfighter.
Your what?
Nick has a Deimos that we set up that's pretty reasonable.
Well, if you say reasonable and not decent, that sounds more like an insult actually, like...
Well, it was
It's
good.
reasonable, but...
It was
It
good
was good
before
about
Hydras
a-
came out. That's
A
all.
year or two ago.
Yeah. It was
Well,
good before
I
Hydras
still
came
have
out.
Deimos
Hydras
too.
basically killed those builds.
We can do Deimos 1v1, Nick. You always said that I will be surprised of how well you perform. That almost sounded cocky to me, actually.
I gotta save Red.
I'm okay.
Ah, see, there's no one else to heal.
I'm really teasing death. Luke. Come on, somebody.
My guy... Have nipples now. Like this. And this. So he survived. Ah, shit.
We got a kill! It was a hard-fought battle. But I am Zalb, so...
Kangaroo.
Are you stuck outside the map, Nick? You are.
He has his mic muted, bro.
Hey, George.
I have a feeling I might be.
You are stuck outside the map.
Yeah, just log out and back in. You should be out of there.
Actually,
Yes. That's what I did. You remember? It was like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, you have to click where your little dismiss, there's nothing on sensors thing, you have to dismiss and then log out and back in. Or change character and log back in, whatever.
No ETL for you, Brett.
If you guys could leave me alone, that would be very nice of you.
Well, I just got a misfire.
Anyway,
Perfect.
I just came here to say hello
Hello, George.
and say goodbye.
Goodbye, George. It's always
Goodbye,
nice to hear your
George.
voice.
Oh, it's always nice to see your hair, bro.
Rock
You
on!
could do a commercial. And all those amps in your wall. Okay, brother. See you tomorrow.
I'll see you, man.
And,
Oh. I'm not ticklish, Brett.
I'm really feeling the love at the
Germans
moment.
Take over. Brett, German take over your live stream now.
No!
Well, we should have... no. I'm not gonna do racist jokes on stream.
Please don't.
Blitzkrieg.
It was
No,
my first and last stream. Instantly banned.
especially on YouTube, they will get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's the danger of allowing people to randomly get on voice. Although I could just mute the Discord audio if I so chose.
Well, but what would that
Zach, you're pretty
do
tanky.
to you?
I don't
Like
know who
the
this
streaming...
is.
But what would the streaming experience be for your viewers if you would always talk to someone who they can't hear?
It would kind of ruin the podcast element of it, that's for sure.
Yes. So let's just agree that you don't ruin your podcast and I make racist jokes. I'm kidding.
Brett,
I
is it
can-
completely free to play or is it? Or did
This account, yeah, it's all free to play grind stuff. So like I have a Hydra and a Seneca, and since it's 2 years old,
You-
so I have the event campaigns from 2 years as well. So I have Zal, Obscreen, and DPRM from that. So it's technically free to play, but it is 2 years old, so it's It's been through the grind a bit.
Yeah, you gotta create another account.
Oh no, I don't have
no.
time to do this again. I did it to prove a point at the Reddit crowd that was like, you know, really intensely, you know, anti-PvP.
I remember that. Yeah, I
So.
remember.
And that kind of stuff, like,
I even remember.
it's died down a little. I don't know.
You even got cold-hearted, bro. You got lucky.
What got lucky?
You got lucky on cold-hearted, or did you always the account
Oh yeah,
a little bit older?
I literally made the account, and the first like 20 Phoenix boxes I pulled, I got an epic token.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That happened to one
Yeah.
of my alt accounts too, actually. One of my alt accounts that I never play has now a domino. Well, and my main juggernaut doesn't.
That's even more. That's very sad. You still don't have a domino after
Yes.
2 years, 3 years.
I wish I could give you an
Doesn't
epic
matter.
token. My main account, I think I have 2. But like, I don't have anything to spend them on. I on my main account, I've done all the events, so I can't buy anything.
Make them tradable, to be honest, like for real. If they would be tradable, that would be nice.
Well, but
Yeah.
then they would lose their worth also.
Well, you could trade them for keys or, you know, whatever. Like, it would at least, I don't know. I don't know why anything in the game isn't tradable. Like, once it's bound, I get it, but, you know. Anything like that should be tradable, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree.
Kane, you didn't do
It's
that bad.
just
It's just,
retarded.
you gotta have the defenses to... Next time we get on voice or something, we can fix you up.
No, but Brett, that's a perfect opportunity. But take a look at one of my free-to-play builds on, you know.
Here it is. I mean, I have a whole video on it if you want to just see it that way, but, you know.
You're in
Well,
love with
still-
Aka's Revenge.
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's
I know.
completely ignores shields.
It's in my opinion, it's not that super good. But one thing about it, which is very good, is that it actually still is on after a jump. So if you jump, the debuff is still on you and damages you.
Yeah, I got a kill.
seen
One of my kills in the 1v1 tournament against Noah was like that. I hit him with the cars, and he went into a jump, and he didn't have a dot
Yeah.
cleanse, and he came out the other side almost dead because it.
Yeah, it's you cannot do anything against it. So that's one thing which makes it pretty good. And it's a free-to-play console, which is even better. It's not
Yeah.
that long ago.
That's why I have it on here, is 'cause I wasn't really sure what else to use. I think originally I had the crystalline absorption as like another defensive console. I could do the Dragon's Blood reactor as well. It'd just be like more consistent damage. But I'm not using disruptors right now because I don't have any. Or I do, but I don't have any disruptor colony consoles. So basically I need
That's
to
not a
grind. I'm just
farming-
too lazy to grind at this
Yeah.
point. But like the Hydra on this account is disruptor.
Now that's funny. I made a ship ready, then jumped, and I'm still on the ship I was before, just not with the shield I had on.
Is Nick now on his diamonds? How old is that build?
What, a year or 2 years old now, Brett?
Year and a half, yeah, something like that. I mean
Well, that's
pre-Hydra.
We
Pre-Seneca.
haven't
That's-
seen that in action now.
that's how old my Deimos build is too, so that's not unfair at that point.
Deimos and Phaserlands, that was amazing times.
Are we fondly looking back on the Deimos in the same way that we look back on the Kael now?
No. But Deimos was still like the Hydra is pretty boring if you compare it to fucking Deimos playing with Beam Overload, which much more fun.
Well,
than
and Beam
Social
Overload
Splits.
is pretty comparing
Yeah.
compared to cannons. You see, here's
Yeah.
the thing
You-
If it
actually.
didn't
You can compare
misfire, I
everything.
mean, I would love it.
over the times, the PvP meta just had glow downs from top vapor stuff, which was actually also retarded, but still had a place in my heart just from watching it actually, to cannons, which was like the greatest time, then to beam overload, which was not bad. Now to surgical strikes. Well, and during beam overload, size spam, which was like still like the very
I mean,
bottom because we didn't have as many defenses, and no Intel revamp back then.
Well, and Exodus for a little while was like uncounterable. The amount of stealth that you could get was ridiculous.
also true, yeah. You
But-
had to use fucking builds to counter it, and now you can just use your BO layout, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's
That's
too
the
bad
thing
that like they could have done. Like I like the idea of the Hydra, but I wish Beam Overload was still viable, and I wish Psy was a little still more viable, because there used to be kind of like a rock paper scissors thing, right? Like Red
Yes.
Gravity Well was ridiculous, but at least you had your spammers, you had your Beam Overload dogfighters, you had the occasional healer. There was kind of like a little more interactivity. Now it's like, if you want to fly meta, you just fly Hydra. And if you want some debuffs, then you fly Hydra, but add some debuffs. As opposed to
Everything
like, you
Hydra.
know. I mean, because you could put like, if you really, really wanted to, you could put the Parliament console, or Parasitic Ice, or like, you know, whatever. You could put those on a Hydra, and it would be...
It works
Something.
if
Yeah,
you are on
well-
a team. It works on a team, but I don't think it's for a solo idea. It's not good, or
The
even blue.
standalone,
Yeah.
this spam stuff was always dog shit. But see, here's the thing: if you put now these spam consoles on the Hydra, without further disable stuff, like also Gravity Well and Spawn Fused anomalies, spamming those consoles have little to no impact, since you can just counter them with Search and ETL. You don't even have to waste the console slot if you know you're piloting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I thought it's still good if you're like 5 people that would be using it all together, because then, even especially if you have backstab or everyone, you can use that over and over many times, and people have to waste something for it if they get hit by it.
Yeah, I do think a 5-man with a bunch of Parliaments would be pretty good. And then the other team, to
Yeah.
counter it, they would have to switch to... You could do 2 jumps, Fluidic and Alachi, or Fluidic and Wormhole, or whatever you have. So
it's
like...
it's just one console slot, so yeah. But
We
it
don't
needs
do
a
that
team
here.
to do that.
I will be right back.
But
Okay.
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 I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Had to feed my cats.
Nick, my guy. If you ever wanted... Ah, he's AFK too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, just coughing
Ah,
and
okay.
background noise.
Cue us. Let's
Okay.
do another one.
I'm already
If
queued.
you...
Oh, okay.
Are you on your demos?
Yeah, I am.
Well, that will be a square off then.
Yeah,
In
that last
case
one,
we-
that last one, I was like, oh, I'll run my healer. And it's like, well, Brett doesn't need it. And then everyone else just died too quickly.
Well, that usually happens when the healer doesn't heal.
Yup.
No, that's not true. If the people are so squishy that they die after they're getting, one
Yeah,
shot,
they die in
you
one
cannot
shot.
kill
It's like,
anything.
yeah.
Well,
There's
maybe
nothing
your
real.
healers just suck.
No, 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 no. You never healed. You cannot say that. You have to heal first, and then you can talk.
I figure
Well, when was the last?
if engineering team has a 1 second activation, right? If someone dies in less than the 1 second it takes to activate engineering team, then you just can't help them. You know?
Yeah.
Well, then activate hazard emitters.
Yeah, and we
Well-
had 3 people that were like that.
Well, and it's even longer than 1 second because like you have to target them, and they have to be in range, and you have to hit a key, and there's server lag, so
Yeah.
they have to be able to survive like at a minimum level on their own at least.
As I remember when you took your, I don't know if it was your vet crit or it was one of your free-to-play ones, Brett, when I was at multiple events ago. Like, I think I was unkillable that match.
Yeah. Well, and there's enough like AoE healing things now as well that you can do a reasonable job at keeping people alive.
And the vet crit even, like you're saying, like the friendship over the vet crit or like any other choice with better uncons, like wouldn't the Kawavi almost make a more interesting choice?
I like the Kawavi. It's faster too, and you have pilot.
Yeah, better uncon.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like it because of this certain guy in Karate actually ruined this Kiwawi immersion for me.
I like that build because it's unique at the very least, you know.
Well, it's unique at getting away within 2 seconds, 50 kilometers. Not even certain other players manage to do that.
Swear, like 2 Qs have popped and it hasn't taken us.
No.
Unqueue and queue again. Because I don't know, maybe it just didn't like us.
Okay, guys, I'm off now. I have to go to the school tomorrow, so I have to sleep now. Yeah, have a great night, guys, and see you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Have a good one, Mike. I'm laughing. It's this thing. He lives in another state, and he has like his holidays are like always 2 weeks later than mine. So I will have all this PvP Endeavor fun now while he has to go to school. By the way, about seal clubbing, in this there really were like those plays because, but you were the only person I focused and you never died, and yet I somehow got about 5 kills from, I don't know, maybe a technical overload getting loose on someone else or something.
Do you have auto fire on? I mean, because like if I ETL you and you're aimed generally my direction, you might hit my teammate that's near me, you know?
Yes, I have auto fire and on manual because, well, auto fire already green and on manual because it just flies better with cannons.
Did it unqueue us again?
Yeah, I just queued us again and it's not queuing us.
Make me lead. Or maybe the devs are messing with us. They're like, keep
Go
that
solo
Brett guy
duo,
out of the
please,
queues.
Yeah, he won 200 keys. He doesn't need anymore. There you go. Holy moly.
Yes.
I'm gonna try hard Hydra now though, so
Nah.
Have you used those keys yet?
no, I'm giving them away.
No, give them away to your free-to-play account.
Congratulations
That
to the
would be
winner!
Old Major.
Old Major, how convenient.
Wasting buffs.
I mean, with 200 keys, I could buy a Vodwar Juggernaut. I could add Weapon Emitter Overdrive to the traits list.
Well, that would be a bit wasted, I guess.
If I buy anything else on this account, like if I do any more grinding, it'll probably just be to get spores. Like, I know science is kind of dead right now, but, you know how this game is. They could come out with a patch literally tomorrow that's like, Surgical Strikes deals half damage against enemy players, and then all of a sudden we're back in Psy builds.
I'm afraid now my team configuration doesn't look that good.
I mean, I got Sal on my team, so...
Yeah, that's like an automatic win. I don't even get a single coordination of protocol from my team.
I have one row worth, which I assume is Nick, but maybe not.
Whoa.
Might be Sal.
You have Nick on your team. And I already zaled him. I'm going after him like crazy.
Get that Adams guy. I heard he sucked.
Wow, 2 guys with nuke on old build, that's not bad.
Yeah, I would tell Nick to nuke you, but
Yeah.
he does not have it.
Well, I actually could put the Hydra on my science captain, because, yeah, I wasn't... When there's Deimos matter, I wasn't gonna go and get another Deimos for my science captain.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, now that the Hydra is like the meta ship, it's, you know... But you could do... Don't you have the legendary Jem'Hadar?
Yeah.
So, like, that's as good or better than the Deimos. So you could fly that on any character on your account.
If you will pull up that Hydra in the next match, Brett, I will go to Psy Hydra too.
Oh.
Let's see how well that goes for you.
You want to beat up on my poor free-to-play Hydra?
Yes. Without any hesitation. I don't even have combat boost on this tune. I have 89k hit points. Oh, I want to kill Zal, seems swearing.
133. But that's with 10 stacks of threatening stance.
I was 8 stacks and 10 now. Die, 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 die. And no chance to kill the Admiral Marcus, fat hero.
Better watch out for him, he's good.
Ooh, Nick is using ATL like a noob. PvP Endeavor.
All the build.
Ah. Got his Zulu. Now I will run from this Hydra.
I died.
Well, the Zal died too, I don't think so. Is he an obfuscation screen? That could
No,
be Zal
Sal is dead.
obfuscation. Ah, okay, never mind. Well, I didn't kill him. Maybe Padme did with Padme. I've never seen them before.
I'm not sure, but they have a pretty good, I mean, it's Beam Overload, Colony Consoles,
Yeah,
Zal.
it looks...
It's pretty decent.
Yeah. Nick.
Yeah, the Hydra just.
I
him.
will chase him around the moons of Nibia, around the Antares Maelstrom, around Perdition's flames before I give him up. Now it's your time to shine.
People gotta
friend.
stop running Temporal Primary, and that's,
Yeah.
and maybe in the
That's
old days
actually-
that, like, snapback thing would work, but not anymore.
Well, it works, but you are low. It will just delay your death, and since you won't have any cut one when you get shot down like that, mostly, it is just wasted. I mean, back then when I didn't have Zal and was like total PvP noob, I thought it was a great way to use it just as one-shot avoider, which was actually pretty reasonable to me. Now get off my ass. I don't want you. Nobody wants you. I want Nick.
Must kill Adams.
I can't. I can't even see him.
Oh my god, my Photonic Fleet subnuked you.
That was something that was unthinkable. Now I will do. Hope this works. Like, yeah, I don't know. It got you off me. An OG trick. No one will know. OG hacks, but now I'm gonna die. Unless I run away. Anyway.
Too slow.
The Nick one more time.
See the
You
the
guys
build.
already have 14 kills, just one kill you.
The build isn't too bad. What we got to work on is Nick's Spidey senses. You know,
Yeah.
the thing that makes you get subnuked and then you hit Science Team to clear it like right immediately afterwards, instead of sitting around hurt.
Ha! Got hit. Danke.
Right at the end too.
Oh well, you won 16 to 15. Who was this Narana guy on your team? Well, maybe he just lapped this Astro Zombie because he was definitely having the least.
I do not
buffs.
know. I do not know anyone on any of these teams. Besides Nick.
Just the shitter.
You don't know me?
You aren't on my team.
And Brady, will you use this Hydra for another round?
I could. I could consider it. Hi.
Who is this shiny here? Ah,
Sophia.
yeah, and wait, is this flyer Dragon 1608? Is that the OG dragon?
If you mean dragon like flies the Nakul Raider, I don't think so.
No, that's not OG Dragon. But this
Oh.
evil Grandpa's guy up there. I think that's the OG Dragon. I will just hit him up.
Hi, are you the OG dragon?
That's literally what I wrote.
I'm only gonna be on for like, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 more.
I'm going to gamble and then I need to jump off.
Yeah. Well, you got to do the one I just
Oh.
queued us for. So
Okay. Wait. Back to healer because you're in pro
Hello?
build.
barely playing Star Trek. Yeah, come up.
And I don't know if you know it because you probably don't leave the house, but it stinks. And I want to throw up.
You are live.
Like, this room smells obviously because of the litter. Like, walking in from the garage, like the kitchen really
What's that trait called?
You
Whole
are
something?
live.
There we go.
Your voice is on the stream, I think.
Mm,
I did tell you that.
Well, let everyone know our house smells bad.
Come up here, please. Please.
Please. Please.
Yes, we all want to see your girlfriend.
I have to show off. She's fine.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Oh, well, actually, yeah. Isn't there a ring on that finger?
I did put a ring on that. I put 2 rings on that, actually. I started with an Amazon one because I'm poor. And then I got a job. And I got a nicer one.
That was that solo duo that you joined.
I do not know. I don't think so.
I was just wondering because I get this fly-in with your task force has been dismissed due to player declines,
Oh.
and you actually warped in. Like at the same time, so I
It's a
felt
jellyfish.
Ugh. Yeah, just kill it.
Kill it.
It's a guy from Zatrek's fleet.
It's been undeployed. Nick, use your sub nuke. Oh, right. Your attack healer. Unfriend.
Yup. Give me another healing platform and I'll make this on a correct captain, an engineer.
Get a friendship.
Like I said to Spence, I'll when I see it in my mail for my birthday, I'll make it.
Well, I do have 200 keys. I could, you know,
Whale out.
I could whale, yeah. I think other than the jelly, I don't think there's anyone that knows what's going on this one.
Nah.
So this one might be a little bit of a mess.
Just murder everyone, Brett. Because no one else is dying. Like, I'm sure they were taking damage, but it's like they weren't getting one shot.
Yeah. You got a fan, Nick. The the jug is right on you.
Yeah, I was like, is he following me?
And that guy that just died was in a World Racer.
I was wondering what that was. I was wondering if it was the pregnant boat or...
Yeah, it was a World Racer, and that one was something else. Gagarin, I think? Yeah. Or, I don't know.
Just kill them all, Brett. It's time to gamble. Someone's
Jem'Hadar
cloaked, but not
Vanguard
quite.
card.
Yeah, is he? Look at him.
He
Look at
is
this guy
cloaked,
here,
but I can see him. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I can too.
that's why, like, people, I've seen people post on Reddit and stuff like, oh, you gotta have a cloak for PvP. And I'm like, what? No, you don't.
See, what I get fed up about is when I see people rushing immediately to spawn. And I don't care if it's a random PvE noob or not, I will punish him for that, because that's not what we do.
I think they're usually just trying to get it over with as quickly as possible.
What about this Martin Jean?
Doesn't matter if I'm on 1-year-old diamonds and not get this. Run away.
Should I leave him?
No, end him. I have gambling to do.
Alright. if
Kill
you
the world
insist.
racer. Kill the. Or if there's a world. The world racer I'm targeting. End him.
I actually don't know what the death was.
I think it was the world racer. Yeah, no one knew what they were doing in that.
Brett, did you read what Lund wrote in PTF earlier? That he provoked Afterburner so much that Afterburner wants to come voice this night.
Great.
Is he still only flying a Galax?
Well, he's flying a Galax now. Yesterday he was on the Hydra using obfuscation screen in 1v1, which I thought that would only Nick do.
Mm-hmm.
I have to ob screen in 1v1. Because free to play.
Unfriended. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Free to play is actually fair at that point. Because you don't have a backstab, you don't have this other. You don't have DPRM, right?
I do have DPRM now
Oh, you do have DPRM.
from the
Mine.
event campaign for this year. But
Do you have 2 jumps or still just a fluidic?
just the fluidic. I was gonna grind for the Elachi, but maybe someday. I don't know. I really only play this thing now for the events, so I'm not doing as much grinding as like when I first made the account. I was grinding like crazy because I was trying to get it up and ready.
Oh, so what was that when you were with this account in Herat like 1 month ago? Where
Yeah,
I
I was
beat you
in
up together
Karat.
with Turtle.
Yeah. I mean, I bring it out every once in a while just to like brush it up, but yeah. Anyway, I think it's that time of night when I should go get something to eat.
Oh yeah,
Again?
that was only 1. You said you'd be on for another 2.
All right,
And I
one more.
like your lovely voice.
One more, solo duo or the other one.
You two should
Brett,
team.
you know what we'll be doing? You will switch to your cannons build, and I will too, and then we will queue solo duo.
No,
he's
if I log
legendary.
out, I'm going to dinner.
He's legendary Ross build.
No.
I do like that one, the beam overload Ross build.
I remember this one match back on OPVP when ETL was still a thing. Kyle having nothing but didn't even have what's it called, dampeners, so I was totally exposed to any ETL. And this night you got carried by, I think, Beeps, Deuteronomy. And you're fucking Ross. I was always targeting you, but you just didn't want to die.
Yeah, well, I like way overdid the tankiness on that, you know, because it
Yes,
was
you
like
did.
I knew it was gonna be a big target. I think I got skipped.
Let's see. Fred, for a little donation, maybe you won't target my PvE top build.
I mean, if you were gonna do
And
that, I would have brought my PVE torp build.
well, for your PvP top build, you would actually need to relock.
That's true. Which I will do tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll play on my
Yes.
main account and I'll bring out like cannons and torp build and stupid stuff.
Now, here's the thing. I'm not sure
Yes.
if I will be online tomorrow during this time.
Oh, it sounds like that's your problem.
Anyone want to scramble fighters?
Yes, give me, please.
Oh, I mean, for 700 million.
I will give you
Oh yeah, go fuck
7
yourself.
EC. How much is Scramble Fighters these days?
Oh, I mean, I just posted the cheapest one.
700 million? Jesus.
Yeah, meh. I mean, I just spent 500 million on 37 deltas, and in 6 I got a scramble fighters.
Help me, I'm poor.
Well, you have like 200 keys.
Yeah, gamble, gamble.
Not on my free-to-play, I don't.
Poor guy. Well, then you need to look, maybe.
We gamble
Get
with the
your-
rest of them.
Ooh, someone in local chat says, I'm gonna be terrorizing the queues soon.
I just got a second one.
Oh my god.
You got a what?
Megla's on my
500 mil-
team.
500 million EC, and I got 2 scramble fighters.
Who's on your team?
Megla,
Megla.
and Noah.
Well, Megala sucks. Noah is just
No.
a kick with by going in with his Hydra. Well, I will observe Megala's buff bar. Or I won't, because stream lags too much on my end.
Oh, and Baroness on Red Baroness.
Yes, he was flying legendary to this last match at least. I got kicked out though, because after I was queued, when there were like already 8 people queued, then Afterburner invited me to a team and unqueued.
Don't die, Megla. Ah.
Told you he sucks.
Well, I avenged him by killing his attacker, like, moments after.
Who was his attacker?
Sephiroth.
Told you he sucks. I know I'm a bitch.
The Night Mother.
Call me.
Oh, got some crazy lag there. Alright, following N-Hack's target.
I always like when I read. I just think it's cute when I read. Somehow I still managed to hit 127k DPS in an ISE with an overachiever hitting 500k on my I don't know why I either get skipped or
What if I forgot to put...
no one is queuing.
I do like the web spinner on the Hydra. I was doing that when it was the when we did the tournament before. Oh crap. Off-screen well zolled. Total noob move.
Did you die?
No.
Yeah. Webs. I haven't used this console in a long time. Here's the thing, when the web spinner array, when there was this event up for the web spinner array, I was actually going to miss it. Because I wasn't online all the time.
You mean you had a
and
life?
School stuff. Yes, I have a life. Well, don't tell anyone, but no. No, and actually, well, some DPS guys said it's super great for HSE and EPG, and you have your EPG, and you should actually buy it out. So I bought it, and then half a year later it got
Super
nerfed
nerfed.
to uselessness. I was like, are you guys fucking kidding me? But, well, I said to never complain about anything I buy in this game. That's also why I bought Trauma Response, even though, and they announced like 1 day later that it's going to become useless.
Well, to be fair, sometimes it takes them literally months to actually nerf anything, so...
Yes, and it was all, yeah, okay, it wasn't out for months. I think it was only out for a few weeks.
Yeah.
But I also just wanted to teach those people who over-relied on the inquiry trait a lesson. Well, I already did that kind of with the phaser lens.
Did you see the thing where a bunch of console players got the inquiry trait for free? They just logged in and
Yeah,
it was there?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they remove that, or do these guys now just have the inquiry trait?
I have no idea, but pretty nice if they got to keep it.
I'm gonna ask them this Pirat uncensored server.
Backstep. That was a pretty good fight. Oh my god! It's a tie! Holy, the score! It's a tie! I've never seen that before.
I didn't know that you could tie.
Me neither! Hold on, I gotta post that screenshot.
15 deaths for one side and 15 for the other side. Yep.
That is
Yep.
hilarious. I've never seen that before. That is wild. The final death must have been like at exactly the same time. This is the only way that I could think that it would do that.
Well, that was so great. You need to stay on for another match.
No, I'm literally like wasting away.
I will pay you good.
Famished. I'll tell you what, I'll stay for
will.
200 keys.
I will pay you so much that will actually make those 200 keys look
Yo, did you see what
pathetic.
Noah said in the chat? He said, the 15-15 tie, I've seen this during the THS versus MD match.
Yeah, definitely. That was a tie, right?
That was a draw, definitely.
Well, I know the background story from Meow. I know Merc saying Meow is telling bullshit. And I know that I don't know of any rematch, so I guess that never happened.
I mean, I don't really care who won. I just think it's funny that they got so upset over the draw comments. Like, it really was not that serious, but
Yes.
people
They
take
were
stuff really
actually-
personally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could imagine that MD did what Merc said they did. Because that's actually like how they made those top vapors and stuff. Also, always running away. Or Sybil spammer with pilot specialization.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought MD claimed that Merc was using inelastic collisions and weapons hot or something when that was glitched.
Yes.
So,
Also, I don't even remember
Something
what
like
this
that.
inelastic collision trait was.
it's the... it gives you, when you use a shield heal, so during the glitch it was every second, it gives you 99% shield hardness. But it doesn't actually...
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't actually work. It gives you like 75% hardness or something. Something that you probably already
It says
have anyway.
Shield grant 99% damage reduction for 1.5 seconds. The outgoing shield heal. And I think that's what they paired with weapons hot. Because they thought it was OP. But actually the only thing I did was putting on phaser lens, and that was solving.
Well, the way, like, what they really
the
should have done
damage
is weapons hot, inelastic collisions, and comp shield consumable, and ingenious tenacity or whatever the permanent like RSP one.
Yes, I feel like this is a very weak RSP though. Even with Beam Overload, when Van was using it, I was actually spiking through it pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
don't know.
still just like RSP1, and if you get nuked, there's still like a window of time that you can get killed through the nuke, but...
Before I go, Brett, you want to check your mail? I sent you something very overpowered.
Oh, thank you. Some leaves and point defense protocols. I don't even know what that does.
Almost nothing.
Perfect. I'll certainly claim it, because I definitely don't have it unlocked.
I don't even remember what it does. It's like one of the worst traits in the game, I think.
I mean, if we don't know, if we haven't even heard of it, if we don't recognize a trait icon or console icon, don't even know in which direction it would go, you can pretty much assume that it's dog shit.
Look, read it.
It creates an automated turret, I guess just all the time. Anytime you use a weapon, energy weapon enhancement, it creates a turret that deals proton damage to the nearest enemy. I mean, if anything
That-
boosted proton damage or something, that would be... I don't know.
Hey, this Dyson proton weapon exists. You can make it OP.
Yeah, Rob, I'll help you after dinner or something. I'll be around. I'll come back on.
Well,
But I'm getting off now.
engineer Hydra then.
Oh, definitely.
Engineer
Well,
Hydra. Mm.
I will want to
Actually-
kill that.
I mean, Subnuke, you can't... I feel like you can't live without Subnuke. But if you were going to build an engineer anything for PvP, I guess Hydra is kind of the way to do it. You got the EPS transfer for the power. You got a built-in heal. There's a bonus damage clicky. I mean,
Yes,
it's not the
because
best,
power
but-
doesn't anything to beam overload.
Well, a lot of power and surgical
mean-
strikes. I mean,
Well, maybe makes it. Well, see, the thing is why on paper beam overload has still more potential is due to the final damage with like really high power levels, and I think maybe even due to ISO max you get like a pretty decent final damage boosts now for everything. So maybe
Yeah.
that would even put surgical strikes more up. Well, maybe, and if it's just beam to beam.
I was thinking you do
with,
beam overload, re-engineer all the weapons to be damage times 4 instead of crit damage, and just go all out into like bonus damage and raw damage, preferential targeting, and debuff sad and cold-hearted, and just like forget about crits. Just assume you're gonna get crit deflected anyway, and just go all out on raw damage. And I don't know.
Is that Seneca on the second universal?
Yeah,
So I don't have that. Don't have obfuscation screen.
yeah, you don't need
Another-
that. It was the cheapest lobby console I thought was effective for something like this.
Well, didn't you even see in beam overload, Matt? I was really pissed at you because you picked it over super weapon ingenuity.
Yeah,
And then the left attack, that's from one of the legendary, like, warbirds or something, right?
what, this
Is it
one?
Warbird? No.
Induction coils?
Yeah, not induction. That's from... it's not...
That's from the... It's from like a T4 bird of prey or something. You get one for
yeah.
free with
Advanced
the
induction,
thing on recruit.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the yes. How can you not know this console? It's like really OG or like the best, like one of the better consoles you can actually tell any newcomer to use if they have a Klingon recruit.
It's great for
Oh.
free people, but Nick hasn't been a free person in a long time.
Yes.
Yes, also
it-
nice for this in combination with dilithium recrystallizer that I know one guy off wanted to pioneer this trait in PvP, and I was like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, someone did the same for PVE, and I hated it, and I was like, no, and he tried to tell people to use it in for torpedo builds as well, and it's like, well, the power is nothing. It's just the damage bonus you're gonna get from the lithium crystallizer. It's like there's better options.
I mostly
mean, if
run
you're
it
on a
for the
super tight
immunity.
budget,
I mostly run it for the immune to weapons, engines, Ox offline. Because I never want to
And you have
lose, you know.
And you have to click it to get that.
Yeah, but I mean, I just have it on my spam bar. It lasts 30 seconds,
Well-
and it recharges every 60. It doesn't work with uncon, so there's like 30 seconds down and 30 seconds up. But it seems like you basically get subsystem offline immunity with 50% uptime, which is pretty. It's useful.
What traits do you run? Can I see your traits,
Yeah.
Brett?
also don't target down the additional engine power you get for well, disruptor wise now for 5 magics.
Yeah.
And
Well, and I have Soliton and Peller
the-
because I'm free, so.
yes, also
Yeah, I can.
Final damage from weapon power because it kind of sets the cap
Yeah.
a bit higher.
I can replicate most of that except for temporal surge.
You don't have Surge?
No, but I've got 3 T6 coupons if you can convince me to use one later on.
I mean, even the ship is pretty... I don't know. We can talk about it.
And the console
later.
is
Actually-
good for Nanny because shield knockoff.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, that's from that ship?
Yeah, the
Yes.
Bozeman.
Oh, okay. I have that ship, I just don't have it leveled.
Yeah,
Ah,
okay, we
okay.
can do that.
I can level it for you for a little donation. No, I'm
No.
kidding. I can level
Alright,
it.
I really gotta go.
Me too. I'm doing the same. No, but see if
Goodbye.
If
Thank you all for
you just-
watching.
use a jelly. Bye, Brett.